What's up, DD family?
It's your girl, Dontasia.
It's your boy, Devon.
And we are here again with another video.
Same day, different video.
Yep.
So,
no, you don't want to do that?
Go ahead.
In today's video, we are going to be talking about like the process of us getting our first home and how we felt and all of that stuff.
Yeah, so first time like moving out and you know what I'm saying, just that whole experience as a whole. We should have started like YouTubing back then, 2 years ago when we first got this house. We was always talking about it, but we just never did for whatever reason. And I think on my old phone, I still got a video of like the empty house tour. It wasn't really like an empty house tour. It was just me walking through the house. Like, I think we didn't even live in the house yet. We just like walked through it to see if we liked it. And
you still got the video?
I think I do.
You still get the video?
I think it's on my old phone. All I gotta do is charge it on my old phone and probably get it off. I'm pretty sure.
So if we can get it off, we can go and we can put that in the video.
Yeah.
If we can get it, you know.
So, yeah. We've been living here now for about like almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in February.
Like February 26th.
Yeah, the day after our anniversary. Well,
it is today.
So, yeah, our first house was, first time moving out, it was a home, you know what I'm saying, a house. We always thought that like we was gonna get an apartment or something, but it turned out that like, I don't know, like, how did it go? Like, first like, we were saving up to move out or whatever. Like, we always planned on moving out. And then how it happened, I remember I was at work one day and then my mama called me when I was on break. She was like, you still trying to move out? And I'm like, yeah, of course I am. I'm trying to get the better there. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna give you my real estate agent's number and she's gonna help you find a home. And I was like, what? Like, I wasn't even thinking about getting a house. And I'm thinking instantly apartment. Because I just thought that's like the way it went. And I just thought that like getting a house was like too much to do it. It was like
22.
No, it was probably like it took us a long time to get the house. Remember, like the closing process was so long. So
yeah.
I think we was doing it like probably like 21 or 20.
I think it was 21.
Yeah, it was probably like 20, 21 or whatever. And then so she called me and was like, yeah, you trying to get a house. So they was telling us about like, well, if you're a first time home buyer, they got a lot of programs that can help first time home buyers. Like if you have good to decent credit, I think my credit at the time was like mid 600s, like 650 or whatever. I mean, that's average credit. It can always be better, but it wasn't terrible. So we signed up for like this little program, and all it was just for first time home buyers. And that I guess that's how we got our house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mortgage, you know what I'm saying? We're not renting. We still paying bank, paying the mortgage, paying homeowner's insurance, taxes, all of that. So, how'd you feel when we first moved out?
I was happy. I was like happy, but I was nervous at the same time.
Yeah, I was too.
I don't know. I always, in my mind, I always thought we was going, like our first place was going to be an apartment too, especially being only 21 years old. So when we moved out, I'm just thinking like, are we really gonna be able to do this? Like,
yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
We're not renting. Just a whole bunch of stuff. But I was also happy to be on our own and just have our own space. And we
have kids too.
Yeah, have kids. I want them to be able to have their own space, be able to do what they want to do without being in nobody else's space. So yeah, I was happy, but I was scared at the same time.
Yeah. It's a lot to take in too, because with a house too, you gotta furnish it. Like you gotta put stuff in the house to make it a home. So versus it being an apartment, you don't have to put in as much furniture. So we got a 4-bedroom house that's like 1,200 square feet. I mean, it's not big, but it's enough for us.
Yeah, it's big enough
for our small family.
Yeah,
and we got a dog too.
Small family and small.
Yeah, so
it's big enough for us.
So we got 4 bedrooms, so we have an extra bedroom that I like to call my man cave, but it's just an extra bedroom. It's not even a bed in there, it's just like a hangout spot whenever we want to just sit and chill in there.
Yeah, we got a couch in there. We use that as
nice little sectional.
What we got? Oh, the projector.
Yeah, we got like a little home movie theater back there. Got the projector shooting on the wall, got the little mini fridge, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what it is. Like, there's nothing really in that room but a couch, a mini fridge, and a projector. But we're eventually gonna turn it into a home theater, so that might be like good content for YouTube. So we might be able to show y'all the process of turning a room into a movie theater. You know what I'm saying? If y'all interested in that.
Yeah. You don't tell them about like the process when you remember when we was at the old house and we was waiting on our relative to call us back.
Oh yeah. So it was a long time from like start to finish. I would say it was like it's at least like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Maybe longer than that. Maybe not that long. Maybe I'm exaggerating that.
4 months.
But it could be faster for sure. Like if you got money to buy a house right then and there on the spot, you can close in a couple weeks. I'm pretty sure, a couple days. But since we was going through that little program for first time home buyers, that like drugged the process a little bit. So it was just a lot of paperwork, and they checking like all my taxes and making sure that we can pay for it and afford it. You know what I'm saying? So it was a long process, but I think the first step was like looking at a few different houses, seeing what we liked. The first house, I'm trying to think the first house we looked at. The first house that we looked at, it was decent, but I didn't like it. It wasn't as big as this one. It was only 1 floor. The only thing I liked about it was it had a big kitchen, I think. Had a nice kitchen, and then it had like a shed in the backyard. Other than that, I didn't like the neighbors. I didn't see us living in that first house.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Like getting a house, it's different when you buying a house like with a mortgage versus renting, because you gotta think about how you want to live for at least, you know what I'm saying, 10, 20, 30
yeah, like
years.
You gotta think about like long term.
Yeah, because the average mortgage is like a 30-year mortgage. When we was looking at that first house, I was like, I just don't see us living there. The house, it wasn't that big neither. So, it was
I
nice.
didn't like the layout of it either. Like all the rooms was like this, boom, boom, boom. Like this.
It was so close.
Everything was just right there in one spot, and then it was just the kitchen and the living room, and that was all. Everything was just.
It'd be like the master bedroom is right next to our kids' bedroom. I mean, that's cool and all, but I like how we living right now. I just didn't like the way that first house was. And then
we looked at 4
houses.
Yeah.
So the first house, I give it a 5 out of 10. The second house we looked at was it this house? No. The second house we looked at it was a small house. You remember that one where the people was home? Yeah, it was okay, but I didn't like it. The backyard was trashed.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Inside the house, it was okay, but like I still didn't like it. I couldn't see us.
The only thing I think I liked was like the kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen was real nice. But I think the washing machine and dryer was in the kitchen. I didn't like that.
Yeah, it was.
So like you trying to do laundry and cook food, like I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that one either.
Food, like, you know what I'm saying, like clothes we smell like fried chicken and stuff. Like I didn't like that.
And then the third one, what was the third one? The third one was this one, right?
Yeah, this was the third house we looked at, and we fell in love with it. I think she picked this one out to show the realtor anyways. So I think we picked out all the houses to show the realtor, and then she just took us there and showed us. And then, so Tasia picked out this house, and she did a good job. I liked it. Like the house was like renovated. Is that how you say it? Like newly renovated, new carpet, new paint, new appliances. Like the house was nice. Like it was move-in ready. Like we didn't have to do nothing. To the other houses that we looked at, like we had to do a lot of work to get ready to move in. And we wasn't looking for a fixer-upper for our first house, especially like, you know what I'm saying, low on money. So this house was like the dream house for us. But then we looked at another house after this. The house that we looked at after this one, we all did it looked at 4 houses in one day. So after we got done looking at this house, we looked at another house that's like down the road, and the house had a lot of potential. It was big, like it had a huge basement, but it needed a lot of work too.
The house, it was okay, yeah, but it stunk. And then what throws me off is like when the people is there and when they stuff is there. I don't know.
It's hard to
envision. It's harder for me to vision like our stuff in there or how I would want to decorate it when people already got their stuff in there. Yeah. If that makes sense.
And then when we went in there, they probably should have been gone, but they were still in there cooking, chilling, kids running around the house like it was so weird.
And then it stunk. Like it just threw me off. But they basement, I ain't gonna lie, they basement, it was huge. If we had the basement. Yeah. If we did live there. The house, it had potential, but I don't know, it was just too much going on for me to like visualize how I would want the house to look.
Like the bedrooms and everything, like it was big
Yeah,
and spaced
it was
out.
a lot of space in there. The living room was huge.
But
Yeah,
the house just needed like way too much work, and we wasn't, like I said, we wasn't looking for a fixer upper.
And then also, it was something else too that we didn't.
The neighborhood,
Oh
like
yeah, like when you go to the backyard, you like looking at
you
facing. It's like facing some apartments.
Yeah.
Our backyard is facing apartments. So
and the apartments ain't that nice. It would be different if
Yeah.
it was nice apartments. You ain't got to worry about nothing. But these apartments was
and the
damn near
neighborhood
projects.
the neighborhood just wasn't gonna be good for
So
kids.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when we already knew that like this was gonna be the house that we wanted to put in an offer on. The other 3 houses that we just looked at, we was just looking at them just so we can get an idea on everything. But for the most part, we knew that we liked this house. This one had like the most potential. Like it was just perfect for us, and the community was nice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's clean over here. You know what I'm saying? Not too much traffic. I ain't never seen a homeless person. Not said like that, but like I ain't never seen like a homeless person like walking down our street. It's not nothing shady going on in this neighborhood for the most part.
Yeah.
There's stuff going on everywhere, but for the most part in this neighborhood, I would want to raise a kid here. But yeah, so that's how we. So that was the first process. Damn, that was a lot of talking. So that was the first step of looking for a house, put in an offer on. So we put in an offer on it, and the seller accepted the offer. So after that, like we was pretty much like. We weren't locked in, but like that was the beginning of the closing process. So first we put in the offer on the house, they accepted. Then like we did another, like I think we had to get the house inspected. Mm-hmm. That was a few weeks later after we put in the offer on and they accepted it. So got it inspected, they checked everything.
You gotta pay for the inspection, and that's before you even like know for sure if the house is yours, right?
Yeah, so we had to pay. I think
So
I paid like $550 out of pocket just to get the house inspected, and I wasn't guaranteed to like move in. But that's kind of good because you don't want to buy a house, just move straight into a house, and you don't know if you got roof problems or foundation problems or plumbing problems. But the inspector, he was saying that like this was a good house. You know what I'm saying? He was saying like it's a nice house to move into. Like he didn't really see no complaints. There was one complaint about the house. It was about the floor joist. That's under the house, like the support in the house, the floor. Said that needed to be adjusted, but the seller, they went ahead and got that fixed. And they said something about like the kitchen towel. There was like a few towels that was cracked on the kitchen floor, but it wasn't a big issue. The seller took a few $1,000s off the house just because like there was a few towels cracked in the kitchen, which I mean wasn't a big deal. So that was the second step. The third step was
When the third step like this waiting on to come back, or did we have to do more stuff after that?
I think like finalizing everything. Like I had to go over a lot of paperwork with the realtor too. It was funny. So let me rewind a little bit. I had to meet the realtor here to like put in a final offer or something like that. I had to meet the realtor here. You was at home.
Oh, when people was here.
Yeah, so like me and the realtor met here. Like I was getting off from work and I instantly met her here, so we could hurry and put in an offer on this house because this is a house. Yeah, I think it was still kind of new to the market. So once it got on the market, like everybody was trying to jump on this house. So I met the realtor here to talk about some stuff. And then while we were sitting at this exact same table talking about some stuff, another realtor came in with a client and they was looking at the house. So I'm instantly, you know what I'm saying, yeah, this is my house. So I'm signing paperwork and stuff to like start the process of us buying the house. So I thought that was kind of funny that there was a lot of people trying to get this house, but it was God's plan for us to get the house. And it's been nice to us ever since then. So got to look for the house, get it inspected. Look for the house, put an offer in on it, get it inspected, and then we had to do a final walkthrough right before closing. Like a week before we closed on the house, we had to do a final walkthrough to make sure that no people broke into the house, took anything, because the seller was already long gone. We had to make sure that the seller didn't take no appliances, didn't take nothing. So we just had to make sure the house was the way it was from the jump. And I think that was it for real.
Yeah, I think it was all.
It was just a long process, just waiting.
Yeah, just
filling
waiting.
out paperwork. I'm sending them bank statements all the time and just little stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember the night that we was waiting on her to call us back to see if our offer was like better than everybody else's.
Yeah, they
And I
accepted
was so
our offer.
nervous, and I was like, dude. And then
We
she
prayed
called
and
us-
everything.
Mhm. And then she called us back. I remember it was nighttime. It was
It was
dark.
nighttime.
And we was sitting
Like
in
8 or
our
9 o'clock.
yeah, we was sitting in our room. And we was just like sitting down and then I remember you had went to the bathroom or something. You came back and she had called him, and then she was like, what? How did she say it? I think
She was like, good news, guys.
Yeah, she said good news.
The seller accepted. So, I mean, we was jumping up and down.
Yeah, I started getting teary-eyed.
We was happy to move out because, you know what I'm saying, when we was living at first, it wasn't a bad house, you know what I'm saying? It was just like,
It was just
getting
about
too
us having
small.
out. Yeah.
And we was living there. So Tasia moved in with me and my siblings. And then we had a kid.
That's right.
So the house, we was like confined in one room. And we had a dog in the backyard, my dog Cash. So we was just confined in one room. So when we was able to get a house, like it was just like a feeling of relief.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, finally we can, I don't know, be a family.
Mhm.
Be like a real family. We
Yeah,
can
and
cook
that way
breakfast.
Jaden can be here with us too. Live with us too.
It's different moving out because, like, you can leave your stuff on the floor and ain't nobody gonna say nothing, but, like,
Yeah,
You gonna pick
that
it
way
up.
you living with other people. Then
yeah. You don't really leave your stuff out and, like, the dishes, for example, like, you know what I'm saying? You can leave the dishes there. Ain't nobody gonna pick it up or clean them, so, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do your own dishes. So, I mean, I don't know, it's just like, it's different.
you just can
moving out.
do
Do whatever you
on
want
your own time.
when
Yeah.
you want to.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta worry about nobody getting out the bathroom, so you can get in there and do what you gotta do. And I love living down there. I lived there. This is my first time moving. Tasia's moved in the past before. She's moved like twice, I think.
Yeah, with my mama, but he was living in the same house.
I was born and
he
raised
was
in that
born
same
in the
house.
house that we was living in.
So this is my
So
first
it's
time
his first
moving.
time, so he was real excited.
Yeah, I was happy to move. But yeah, that was the experience of us like moving out and stuff. I'm still happy we got our own house. It's still
I am.
a lot of responsibility. If there's an issue with the house, we have to take care of it. But yeah, that's really it. So, how do you feel about living here long term? You still want to live here long term, or eventually want to move?
I eventually want to move
Yeah, me too.
out of this city.
Gone. Yeah. So like the house is cool. Like there's no complaints. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
ain't
with
nothing
living
bad
here.
about the house. I mean, I
It's
just
just we ready for like to see something different, see a new city, and I want a bigger
Yeah.
house. This house is nice. It's a good size for us, but
we want like a basement. We want
Yeah.
like a garage.
moving into this house that shows us that like there's more stuff that we want.
Yeah.
Like this house, it didn't come with a garage. That's something I always wanted, but you can't get everything you want. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the money we was working with. So our next go around, I know exactly what I
You
want,
never
how
know
I
what
want
we
it.
want. Yeah.
So I know our next house we want it already renovated. You know what I'm saying? Nice with the appliances and the garage, 3 floors, upstairs, middle, and the basement. You know what I'm saying? Backyard. So yeah, this first house, it was eye opening. It's taught us a lot. We've grown a lot. Taught us a lot of responsibility and how to manage money. We was good at managing money at first, but now when you got bills every single month that you know is gonna be there every single month, you got your mortgage, you got your light bill, you got your water bill, and then I already had a car payment, car insurance,
Home bill.
phone bills, Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying? So you really gotta budget your money when you get a house. That's the most important thing. But you gotta have money
More
coming in.
responsibility.
Yeah. So it's cool, you know what I'm saying? So that's our first time. What was it like? Our experience with our first home, first time moving out. Yeah.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please comment down below what other videos you all would like to see us do, or what other challenges you all would like to see us do.
Let us know if y'all want us to do like a house tour or something. I know if those are like big on YouTube. Our house ain't that big, but I mean, I guess we could do a house tour if people comment
Yeah.
for it. If y'all don't say nothing about it, we're not gonna put in a house tour. But like I said, if I got the empty house tour on my old phone,
There you go.
I can probably put that in this video. But so I think that's it.
Peace.
Peace.